Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, what are we at here? So what I wanted to do is I built an example of, I took the submarine engines and I put them in this box. The sun is just coming up, so this will actually be kind of good. So what I wanted to do is I just kind of wanted to show the anomaly on what's happening here with these engines. So, let's see here. First off, I'll go over how they're connected. They exhaust out, right? Because the exhaust tanks do work and we can't exhaust from them. We've tested that. So as you can see here, it draws air from inside this chamber. It draws air from inside this chamber. So in theory, once this chamber runs out of air, quote unquote, the engines should shut down. But that doesn't actually happen. So I just kind of, so that's sort of what I'm showing here. It doesn't actually happen. So, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I tested, what I tried to test that didn't work. Yeah. So we have a gas meter here. That's the air that's inside it. As you can see, it's depleting. What do I want to do? I wanted to do one thing before I started it. I want to start two systems. All right. Start and okay, so we'll save this as the example. It has the RPS limiter on it just so I can use it here. Alright, so we'll turn on systems. We'll say 20 RPS. We'll start it. Okay, one engine is working and one engine is not. Alright, systems. Alright, so we now have our engines running. As you can see, the gas inside the chamber is depleting. Now, you notice the oxygen is stable, carbon dioxide is going down, and the nitrogen is depleting. So you would think, based on this example, that the engine only requires nitrogen to burn based on what is leaving the chamber. So if we use that as an assumption, we could say, okay, once we run out of nitrogen, the engine should shut off, or once the gas level reaches zero, the engine should shut off. And I think maybe this is where perhaps there's a bug somewhere, but you'll see that we'll run out of nitrogen and the engine will keep going. Alright, getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, see, the oxygen is flat. So, when I connected the oxygen and the nitrogen tanks, first what we'll do is we'll directly connect them to the motor. And then what we'll do is we'll just connect them to the chamber so we can replace the nitrogen once it's been depleted. But as you can see, it's being depleted quite fast, and we can't keep that much nitrogen in there. So now it's starting to consume a little bit of oxygen. And then what we'll do is we'll load the game where I traveled about 30 kilometers just to see what the engine would do. Holy moly. Right, we're still getting our RPS. And we could be sitting inside that chamber. Maybe what I'll do is I'll extend it so we're inside it. Because it takes the CO2 out. It's perfect, right? It's drawing all the CO2 out, all the gas. It's drawing all the nitrogen out, and it's leaving oxygen in there for our character to use. It's actually kind of funny. Right, so we're about to run out of nitrogen. Okay, so based on this example, these engines require nitrogen and a tiny bit of oxygen. It's a different planet. You know, it's suffice to say, if we looked at the initial rate of depletion, and we look at the rate of depletion now, you would assume that, okay, the engine shouldn't still be continuing to run at the same rate. Right? So there you have it. It's inside that chamber, it's not breathing. As you can tell, there's 0 carbon dioxide, it's perfect. And there's no nitrogen. So that essentially is how the submarine works. That's it, just like that. That's it. So you don't even need the other tanks, but I'll connect it. I'm just waiting to see if the nitrogen will actually hit 0. I know it's taking a little bit here. I could probably send it to 60 to be honest. We could just max it out. But I'm just trying to simulate like we're in the water, we're at our ideal RPS, you know, what's happening with the engine, right? So we're basically out of nitrogen. So now what is the engine using? Oxygen? But you see the rate of depletion on the oxygen? It's gonna be forever, absolutely forever. So anyways, that's basically it. So that's it. That's all you have to do. Let's connect it to the nitrogen and let's see what happens here. Right? In theory, it shouldn't work. Here, we just need the 2 tanks. This one here. Alright, so we'll make these ones, we'll just try air. Let's just say they're air. So then we'll spawn it in. Alright, there's air in there. We'll say 20. See, it won't even start up. It won't even start up. Alright, so then okay, so I needed nitrogen. So let's try nitrogen. Alright. Whew, look at it, it just sucks the nitrogen right down. Alright, so it didn't start there, and then I've tried a combination of oxygen and nitrogen, and then I said, you know what, okay, well let's just, to me it doesn't make any sense, you know, but that's just the way the game is. It doesn't make any sense, but you can run your engine inside a sealed chamber. Alright? there you have it. It'll run inside a sealed chamber. So as long as you deal with the exhaust, which you can compress into these tanks, you'll basically be able to stay underwater forever. Now I don't know if they know about this, if they're gonna change it. Who knows? But what I know is that's how it works. So thank you so much for watching this example, and I will see you all in the next one.